Hi, this is Lada from Astrolada.com, and these are your October 2018 monthly horoscopes for each of the 12 signs. And as always, I'd like to start with a general feel of the whole month. For all the 12 signs will be the same introduction. Please listen to it because it's important. Everyone will feel this. Well, this month in October, there will be no planets in fire except the North Node, but that's not even a planet. Which means that we might be feeling a little bit less energetic, a little bit less enthusiastic and excited, especially the fire signs like Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius might feel a bit more on a downer. But this month is not meant for us to be so exciting. Actually, the universe knows its job because currently we're also going to have in October quite a few planets in Scorpio, which is very deep, intense, emotional. Uh, and especially Venus going retrograde there, which is all about deep emotional reevaluations. And not having fire planets actually can be a good thing because the other planets are in Earth signs and in air signs, so this will give us a bit more grounding during those emotional evaluations that we're doing in October, a little bit more practicality through the earth signs, a little bit more rationality and clarity from the air signs, from the sun in the air sign. Ah, so the most important thing though this month is that Venus is going to be retrograde in the sign of, basically the whole month is in the sign of Scorpio. So there will be some very deep psychological reevaluations of our values, our self-worth, of some of us, our relationships, of our finances, which sign it's on a bit different level, and they'll be very intense. They'll be taken out of because Scorpio is also a sign of the biggest transformations on a deep psychological level. This is not some superficial change that's going to happen in our life. This is going to be for each person on a different area of their life, some very profound transformation that you, and Scorpio is like all or nothing, black or white. So you would have, you with your evaluation ability, which is Venus, you would decide that something is either not worth to have any more in your life, and with the ruthless energy of Scorpio, where Venus is going to be, and the helpful aspect, the stressful aspect from Mars, the ruler of Venus in Scorpio, we're going to either cut something out completely from our life, or we're going to decide that that's it. I'm going to recommit much deeper. I'm going to involve myself emotionally, psychologically, financially, emotionally, on a much deeper level, which is the other extreme of Scorpio, to something, to someone, to some vision or whatever in our life, depending where it's happening in your horoscope. So we'll be either cutting off something from our life, or totally embracing it deeply and totally like making it our own, possessing it, owning it, or taking control of it fully. And really, Venus is planet of love, recommitting to it with a deeper love. So there'll be intense transformations, very emotional, and hopefully those planets that are mostly in earth signs that will ground us and make us take more practical decisions, and in air, more reasonable decisions will help this process. But there is also another thing. Jupiter is in the last degrees, in the last 10 degrees of Scorpio this month. So for everyone in different area of their life, there will be some new powerful opportunities coming as well, because Jupiter is in on new 10 degrees. It hasn't been there since 12 years. So it's very interesting because they're both in the same sign. So in the same area of your life, you would be ruthlessly removing something or very deeply reevaluating and recommitting to something through Venus. And at the same time, some new opportunities will be opening for you. You first remove something, and then those new opportunities by the end of the month will start flooding in, or the other way around. Maybe those new opportunities start coming and flooding in from the same area in your life, while you're deciding that you want to remove the dead wood, which is Scorpio is the planet, the sign of death, and Venus is the planet of evaluation, and you would lovingly let go of something and let it die because something new is flooding into your life, some new opportunities, some new visions, some new people or ideas. So that's generally the whole overview for the month. And now let's check out for each sign, and check out your ascendant, sun, or moon sign. The three of them, basically, if you have time, where we talk about Venus retrograde and Jupiter moving forward. So for Aries, this powerful influence in Scorpio by retrograde Venus and the new opportunities from Jupiter as well is happening in the eighth house, which means that you guys will be reevaluating, or we guys will be reevaluating our mutual resources, maybe doing some new budgeting in regards to resources and finances with partners, business partners, with marriage partners, someone that we have money together in a mutual account of some sort, or also it's connected to taxes, it's connected to insurances, it's connected to wills, it's connected to uh, loans that you might take. So there will be some re-examination going over this, rebudgeting or refinancing of something, deciding to let go of certain obligation or certain involvement materially with someone with material resources, to let go maybe of some resources that come to you from partners, because Venus is reevaluating retrograde. But don't worry, because Jupiter is moving ahead into your 8th house. So, and for the first time in 12 years, it hasn't been on those degrees. So again in Scorpio, but some new opportunities will come to you, some new source of income, some new source of finances that are connected to another person, whether through partnership, whether maybe your partner lets go of a job but welcomes another job that introduces new set of benefits into your mutual coffins or resources. So maybe also if you're thinking about taxes or something like that, you might be rethink the whole and redo the whole tax I don't know, doings in your life, and introduce new system of such because of the Jupiter moving forward. On another level, the 8th house is also support that we receive from another. So you might be deprived, or you might have to evaluate that you don't want to be dependent on someone anymore for moral, psychological, or financial support anymore, because Venus is reevaluating that, and you decide like, I think like I'm here more quite, let's say, too much attached, or I'm stuck in that situation, so I'm going to let go of this moral, financial, psychological support from someone that you thought that you can't live without. But don't worry, because new person or new source of this moral, psychological support or financial support will open up for you because of Jupiter moving direct, and it will happen, basically within the same month. It's also, you might decide to actually recommit much deeper to some mutual resources with partners, to some mutual projects that you're doing with partners, and to go, maybe to redo them a little bit, to redo the financial side, and to move forward ahead with new ideas. Also, the 8th house is very strongly connected to deep intimacy. And private secret money or secret doing. So you might remove something in regards to that, some blockages, and introduce new such. Also, maybe you might have some important conversations in regards to intimacy with another person. Especially things can escalate around the 11th of October, and then the 15th, when Venus is making aspects first to Mars. It's more stressful around the 11th. It pushes you to more extreme actions, and then on around the 15th, Venus is conjunct Mercury, so you're more rational in your choice, and you're more logical, and you're more poised in your choice in regards to anything to do with mutual resources, finances. Generally, 8th house is a very financial house. Anything to do with intimacy with a partner, with the worth and the value of a mutual relationships that you put in as well. So that's the overall, these are the most important things for you guys. And of course, Mars, it will be the whole month. Mars is our planet that rules the Aries, is in Aquarius, which is our 11th house. We move forward ahead with socio-economic goals, with a lot more drive, with a lot more ambition. We might complete some goals that we've been working on. We might be much more actively, almost like aggressively involved with pursuing social contacts. It can be a very busy month socially for you through Mars, but also there can be some tension, some fights that happen with friends, some fights that happen with your social circle and like-minded people, because Mars receives some difficult aspects from Venus, as I said, earlier. So it will be about reevaluating the worth of the mutual relationship as well. So anyway, thank you so much, Aries, and I will see you next month.